Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty Empire of Onion. And this is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Well, it's no sense in being in a place if we can't take a look at what they've got. That boar hide we could take back to the tanner in Townburg. There's actually some other stuff I want to do. I know that it's talking about how I need to look around Uzhitz for ask about Limpy Lubosh and all that kind of stuff, but I forgot. Yeah, we can go to Townburg and give him this boar hide, and then we need to run all the way back to Rattay to give for that peasant's feast thing. Also to give that treasure back to the guy from Skalitz. So I think I want to do that. It's only very early morning, so I think we could be able to get there and back before the end of the day. Then we could explore Uzhitz, maybe learn how to read, since we couldn't read that message over the head of Limpy's body. Limpy's limp body. I didn't want to make that joke, but I did it anyways, because it's semi-hilarious.
God be with you.
Sorry, man, it's not the freshest.
I've got that game meat for you.
Excellent. Show me what you've got. Thanks, Henry. We'll get lots of supplies for this.
Okay, he doesn't care.
Another
Good.
order. The Master Armorer is mounting a banquet, and he wants to serve venison and cream sauce.
Whoa.
Oh, right, I get it. Hunt down a deer, milk a cow, and skim the cream. Wouldn't he like me to churn some butter to cook it in while I'm at it?
Just the venison will do, thanks.
Okay. So he wants roe deer meat now, not red deer. Okay. So that's something to think about.
I found your treasure.
Really?
Really? And it wasn't easy.
Yeah, both.
That's it.
By all the saints, thank you. You don't even know how much you've helped us. And if you know my wife, then you'll know you've just saved my life.
Yeah, let's sell him out.
I probably shouldn't even tell you this, but Kunesh was after your treasure too. He wanted us to keep it ourselves.
What? That... I'll give him. I mean to say, I'll tell everyone about him.
There you go.
I
There you go.
I don't know what to say. Here, take this at least. I'm poor, but you saved us.
Oh, 20 back? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's almost half of what he had, so I can't complain about that. Maybe the innkeeper will buy some of this meat, though, and we'll be able to offset the costs of travel a little bit. So expensive to ride around.
God be with you.
Don't mean to wake you up or anything, but
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
okay.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Okay, so he was gone during the raid.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
I'd like to learn to read.
At this time of day? Are you right in the head? Come back tomorrow morning.
I've come to ask if you'd be willing to teach me to read.
Why, it would be my pleasure. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Okay, alright. let's go.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Who's he asking
Very
if they're
well.
right in the head?
I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
50 groschen.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Okay.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
The bailiff lives with the scribe then, I guess? No, I need to sit, I believe. Yeah, I think that improves my chances. Okay. One day, a countryman going to the nest of his goose found there an egg, all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was heavy as lead, and he was going to throw it away because he thought a trick had been played upon him. But he took it home on second thoughts, and soon found out to his delight that it was an egg of pure gold. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. As he grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get at once all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened it only to find nothing. Ah, the goose who laid the golden egg. The moral of that story is, if you produce a lot for somebody, they're going to kill you, basically.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
Yeah.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet.
I agree.
Now we'll move on to the second lesson,
Okay.
which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Well, he's got a lot of faith in me, that's for sure. Alright, let's sit here then and read this book. Ooh. Yeah, I don't even know how to start this one. Yeah, I can't read Latin when it's written plain, and this is clearly jumbled. Non Aquila probably. Prosit. Yep, Optimus Orator, not Optimus Prime. Okay. Ooh. We'll try it. We'll see if we can figure it out. I think we have to recite the first sentence.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Nullus. Yeah, it was this one.
Nullus est liber tam malus ut non alique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot, wiser.
New perk point as well. Fantastic. Oh, it's a priest. Okay. Well, how goes it, Father? You have any work?
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
Oh no.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Uzhitz women to witchery.
Yeah, sure, a
A
little
little
bird.
bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
Yeah,
In
true.
other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
Okay. If she poisoned a customer, though, then she wouldn't have return customers, so would you really do that? I don't know.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Wow. Okay.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods.
Okay. Well, I think that that's something that we can do while we're waiting for it to become day. Go and see Gertrude. Alright. I don't know if you guys see this, but I see this. Pretty sure this is 2 cumins. Hiding out, waiting for somebody to check on this, this chest here. Are we allowed to sneak up on them? Because they don't look like they're worried. They look pretty heavily armed, too. I don't think I want to mess with them, to be honest. Let's see what happens, though. Hilarious. Oh! Come on, draw your weapon. Whoa. Climbed a tree backwards. Come on, 1, I said. What is going on? Can anyone explain why I don't have a weapon in my hand? That happens way too often in this game. I can't move? Okay, stuck on the trunk here. Okay, new level in axe. Perfect. Perfect. Good grief. Can you guys believe how I did there? Oh, with no weapon in my dang hand at first. Heck yeah, we're taking your bacon. And your groschen. A chest. Oh, it's empty. That figures. That figures. Alright, yeah, she is out of here now. Let's see where she has gone. There she is. How are you doing, lady? Drinking your potions so early in the morning.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
I don't want to wring her neck. Let's see how she feels about my charisma.
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer. I mean you no harm.
As long
Nice.
as it's the truth you speak. Very well. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie.
Okay.
You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs.
Oh, sure. Any good
Well,
herbalist would.
There's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end I let them talk me into it.
Okay.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
It sounds like a lot of fun, to be honest, but, yeah. Give me the recipe.
Give me the ointment recipe.
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
Okay.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no... I don't know if it's the work of the devil or...
So all this talk of witches...
The ointment could make a person...
I want to know something else.
That was the only other option? Okay, alright. Sorry
Then why
about
did
that.
you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all.
Wow.
They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Yeah,
Judge
it's
not,
possible.
lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin?
Yep. Yeah, and technically, if they've read the Bible, it talks about how talking to the dead is not an ideal occupation. So, if they really cared about putting a word in with the Lord, they wouldn't have gone through with it, to be honest.
And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It
Yeah,
didn't
it's
bother
true.
you before, though.
Okay.
What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Alrighty.
Very well. but only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women.
Yeah, it sounds decent enough. She's trying to help him out. I learned paganism. That's a new one. So I can't begrudge her that. I do think that she, in the end, was trying to do a good deed. Even though it's a little bit shady that she was making such a profit off of it. Anybody who tries profiting off of good deeds is always a questionable soul in my mind. That includes the church, for sure. Oh. Is this another bouquet that I can take? There's wine here. This looks like spirits in a bouquet. I don't know why I can't pick it up. Armor potion? Or no, it's amour. Sorry. Okay, that must just be decorative. Then. Looks like somebody was out here having a tumble in the hay, I would say. Oh man. I'm rhyming so much. Oh, there we go.
What was that?
This is me. Which one is this? Kuta.
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
What? Who told you that? Was someone asking around?
Should I tell her that the priest... I'll tell her, it was the herb woman.
Gertrude sent me.
And what did she say? Does she want to add something to the ointment?
No. She's worried about what you'll do with it. It's quite dangerous stuff.
Let's see. Try the soft approach. We don't have a charisma option here. Let's try the soft approach.
Witchcraft and sorcery never brought any good to anyone.
And praying has. For years I spit down on my knees. But where was God when that pack of humans came and slaughtered all the folk in Scarlets? I was with child. Did you know that?
I do.
But the horror of it drove the child from my womb lifeless. If charms and spells won't help us, nothing will. We're doing no wrong. We go to the woods alone, at night, and we hurt no one. I won't say any more. You might twist it against us.
Okay, so I shouldn't have used the kind approach then. Okay. Oh, Pebbles, please. Please, Pebbles. Thank you. Oh no. Oh no. No, Pebbles, no. No, Pebbles, don't do this to me. Alright. Oh, it's beautiful. I didn't quite make it. Let's climb up then. Nope, you can't do it. So we're gonna have to get... Oh, another interesting sight. This is what I meant. Ah, Moon Savior Schnapps. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm gonna steal that. The moonshine, though, 30%. Nourishment 20, health 5, energy 15. Moonshine is so good. Holy cow. Okay, let's see what these ladies have to say about themselves.
What was that?
How's it going, Vera?
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask away.
Okay. Excellent.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast. And lazy, too. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly started going to church. Now I see why, of course.
Okay. So the priest might know something, huh?
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my way.
She has an interesting accent.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
He was always a loner. Except lately, he started talking to the parish priest of all people.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
I heard something about a magic ointment that you got from the herb woman.
You heard that where? And what business is it of yours?
No worries.
The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude? What does she want? Haven't we paid her enough?
Let's go with the speech then.
That's not the point. The ointment's dangerous, and the herb woman doesn't want you getting up to anything foolish.
Thanks for the concern, but we're grown women. We're old enough to make our own choices, and what we do in the woods at night is no one's business but ours.
I fully agree, to be honest.
What's going on out there?
Okay.
Who is it?
So now that we have that settled, let's go talk to C. Is she very far away? I feel like she might be very far away. Oh, maybe not. I'll bet she's amongst these workers here. This one in the corner more than like. Zlata?
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Okay.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Sounds like it for sure.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Okay.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
Ah.
That's all. Thank you.
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
Really? I'd like to know where from. And what concern is it of yours, anyway?
The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude? What does she want? More money?
Yeah, let's try with the speech again.
It's not about the money. She's concerned about your health. That ointment can be dangerous, and she wants me to make sure you don't do anything foolish.
Fail.
It can't have got any more dangerous since she sold it to us. Tell her we're ever so grateful for her concern, and goodbye.
Okay. So now we've got to follow them into the woods to find out what they're up to.
What's going on there?
Nothing. Unfortunately, that didn't save my game, though, so I am going to have to find a bed to sleep in. So that okay.
Can I sleep here?
I suppose I could find something. For how long?
He seems pretty excited. Let's just do one
Just
night
the
again.
one night?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
Oh, sure.
Here you go.
You all like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud, it is.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. So you might be asking yourself, why would I spend 2 groschen on a room instead of just using one of the 4 Savior Schnapps that I have? And my answer is simple. I feel like it. I feel like it, so I'm going to do it. Oh, very hard? Why would I want to try a very hard lock? Wow. Strength and warfare skill are increased by 5 for 10 minutes. There's 2 of them here? Alright. I'll take those. The honey I'll take. Come on. There's cheese there. It seems like it's the same as the other one. And I'm pretty sure we already picked this lock. I could be wrong. Nothing in it that we need, though. I was looking for another boar hide, but no such luck. Okay, that's going to be it for this episode, so if you want to catch the next one, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description, and feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you so much for all the time you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.